Hi. So now we're on to adding integers, but this time our goal is going to be adding them with more than two numbers or more than two atoms. So you might see a problem like this. So far, we have learned that when we add integers, if we add same signs, like 2 plus 3, or -2 plus -3, we add and keep the sign. We also learned that when we add different signs, we subtract and use the farthest sign from 0 to name the sign in the answer. So 2 plus a -3, we have different signs, so we find the difference in 1. -3 is farther away than 2, so -3 names the sign. Same here, except we've switched. -2 plus 3, different signs, find the difference. 3 is farther away from 0 than -2. 3 is positive, so the 1 is positive. Let's take a look at what we do when we have multiple atoms. So here's our example problem. -7 plus 3 plus a -1 plus 6 plus a -2 plus 11. Now I'm going to show you one method. There are more than this method to complete this. So if you are looking for a different method or you know another method that works for you, go ahead and use that. Or if this method isn't working for you, we can talk and I can give you a different method. Well, since we did spend so much time learning that same signs you add and keep, in this method you're going to put all the same signs together. So let's start with our negatives. We have a -7, a -1, and a -2. -7 and -1 and -2 equal 7, 8, 9, 10. And I keep the sign, so I get a -10. Now I'm going to take a look at all the positives. I have 3 and 6 and 11. 3 plus 6 plus 11. Well, 3 plus 6 is 9, and 9 plus 11 is 20. My last step is to combine. So I have a -10 and a +20. We talked about when you have different signs, find the difference. So the difference between 10 and 20 is 10. Then I have to decide which is farther away from 0, -10 or 20. 20 is, it's positive, so my answer is going to be positive. So this big, long addition problem equals a +10. Take a look at a couple more examples. Here we have a -50 and 7 and 8 and a -10 and 15. So remember we said start by collecting all of the same signs. -50, here's a negative, that's it, just two negatives in this problem. So same signs, add and keep. 50 plus 10 is going to be 60. I have a negative sign. Then I'm going to add 7 plus 8 plus 15. Well, 7 plus 8 is 15, and 15 plus 15 is 30. So I have -60 and 30. Last step is to combine these. Different signs, find the difference. The difference is 30, and the farthest away is 60. It's negative, so my answer is -30. In this example, I have something a little different I threw in there. Here we have the absolute value of -21 and a -8 and a -3 and 6. The very first thing you want to do is figure out what the absolute value of -21 equals. And we know that absolute value, we just take the number and ignore the signs, because absolute value tells us how many spaces away a number is. So in this case, I'm going to be left with positive 21. Now I can go through and I can combine my like signs. So positive 21 and a positive 6. 21 plus 6 is 27. And I have a negative 8 and a negative 3. That's negative 11. So the difference, because I have different signs, between 27 and 11 is going to be 16, right? 27 minus 11, yep, 16. The farthest away number is 27, it's positive, so my total final answer is going to be a positive 16. Now it's your turn to give it a go, and you have 4 practice problems with multiple atoms.